side. Justice League going to be on the Hellborn side. Emperor going to be a little bit deactivated for just a couple seconds. Okay, it looks like he might still be good. Anyways, wow. Okay, here we are in game number 1. You know, we've also made the point that both of these teams, and even as we saw last series, not afraid to try some fun strategies as far as when it comes to hero picks and whatnot. And you got to see, of course, the Lord South Forest. That one game, you know, that we're referring to with the Condor kill and everything, the Emerald Warden on top of that, the psychedelic Emerald Warden, man, that was crazy. So, anyways, we'll see if both Justice League and Locomotives come through us here. But so far, you look at this lock poll, there you go, there's the Wild Soul lockup. So, maybe, you never know. To come out here, as far as the blind bands were concerned, it looks like we had Rally Scout coming out for Locomotives and Ophelia Parasite for Justice League. So those heroes taken care of initially. Keeper the Forest Tempest, Pebbles, Deadwood, Wild Soul, and Bubbles is how the bands is looking here. Or, excuse me, the locks. That's how the locks are looking here when it comes down to it. And now we're into the banning phase. We'll see how that progresses. But so far, things pretty normal. To start things off here, Wretched Hag is going to be the first ban, Tundra. And moving along here, Tundra actually being addressed there with the ban. That's kind of interesting. You know, Tundra seems like a lot lately. He's actually just been getting flat out passed up, honestly, when it comes down to it. So, but banned up here, Fade on top of that. There's the Jereziah. And now we have one more ban to go for either side. Master of Arms and Justice League going to be throwing out the final ban here. So, as always, still you look at the board with plenty of options left. Things from Torturer. That War Beast obviously proved to be pretty effective in that last series that we casted even. Also left on the bowl, Pandemonium.
Higher, well, I wouldn't actually say higher priority in the hands of, like, when Complexity was playing it. I mean, other teams have shown they can adapt and use the War Beast just as well. And
We'll Panny. Oh, Panny. Artillery, the final ban. Engineer is going to be the first pick as a result of that, but also Magnus, someone definitely eyeing as far as leftover. Also, wow, Lodestone. Lodestone and Torturer coming out right there as far as the follow-up pick. So, strong start here nonetheless, as, yeah, the chat just continuing to have fun. That's what it's all about, right? Having fun in the end. We'll see how Locomotives responds now.
Yeah.
Again, the fact that Lodestone has gotten to this point.
Right, in a normal drafting pool is definitely unique in and of itself. Opens up, we got Magma still on the board. It was addressed previously, and fantastic.
So we'll see how they respond here as far as the timer. You got the same book as I do.
Yeah, I do.
Unfortunately,
last time I was free of.
You had freedom.
Such mortal constraints, but this time. How do I even get back into? Oh, there we go. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, you just got to click on it. So, anyways, I'm sure they're watching their time wisely. Witchslayer Warbeast. There you go. I mentioned Warbeast, especially that last series that we casted. Had quite the impact there when it was picked up in that series. So, going to be picked up here once again. Jolan played it the last game in game number 3 and just got some phenomenal farm all the way to leading to a victory, of course.
Yeah. It truly does seem like you often see just Witchslayer in tandem with that War Beast. So it's not just us talking about how powerful of a combination it is. Teams realize that as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, mix of lockdown and strong magical burst to accompany the mass physical damage. On top of that, Engineer going to find himself partnered to a Pebbles or a Deadwood as this drafting phase evolves.
See the final pick for DCX. Again, not exactly sure how much time they have left, unfortunately, but like I said, I assume they're watching their own time and going to make sure to choose it in the appropriate manner.
Who locked the Wild Soul?
It was Decisive, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't expect they're going to draft that here, but maybe. Usually I see a War Beast Wild Soul fall short. Usually.
Magnus could be a decent option here. Still on the board, perhaps. They want to go that route. Gonna put plenty of thought into it, though, is Imba Boy here, who's in that captain role for Justice League, of course.
Also playing the carry.
Yeah. We'll see, we'll see.
Actually, both teams? Yolm plays the carry usually for
his side, yeah. So both teams, the captain / carry role. Luna's going to be the final pick, okay. Luna for more of the support option here. So now the first pick out of that lock pool going to be coming up here for Locomotives. So you got Keeper, Tempest. Definitely eyeing one of those, I'm sure. Usually don't want to give the other team both of those heroes, so probably going to be one or the other here for Jolin. PQMZ trying to egg him on a little bit. Apparently they have some inside information as far as what to do. Can't figure it out just yet, though. There you go. Keeper of the Forest. It's going to be the first pick coming out here. So you got to think the Tempest now for DCX. There you go. And the Pebbles. So I'll leave you the option of either, well, probably Deadwood here. You look at what they have left. I mean, they got their Suicide and War Beast. That's actually a good point, actually. They're probably going to have to run Keeper Jungle here with that Suicide and War Beast. They should go Wild Soul, just get mass push. That'd be silly. Gotta think Deadwood. Engineer Deadwood, you got Witchslayer, top, or bottom in this case.
It would be what you should expect, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I
Put
mean,
some
they
thought
might
into
be
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, they go Wild Soul here. I mean, the amount of push you have is just insane. But
in the lineup you have is this total guard.
then the whole lineup thing and the whole playing phase kind of has some issues. So, yeah, they do go with the Deadwood in the end. Just wanted to make sure of it. And both teams going to be good to go now. So that's how things will finish off here. I must say, I mean, I look at Justice League's lineup, definitely. I mean, both sides, honestly. Both sides actually more and more looking at it. I mean, both sides have a lot of potential here. Again, that Warby being played by Mr. Ling this time, by the way. Not going to be played by Jolin here. Mr. Ling actually going to be stepping up to play the Warbeast this time around. So Jolin, of course, he's going to actually play the Witchslayer here. Again, I'm guessing in that short lane, unless they try to maybe get some mind games going on. We don't see any TPs right off the bat, so no level 1 Congo are going to be happening. That's unfortunate. Not to be seen here. Everyone, though, from DCX is going to head towards the bottom lane in the meantime. They're going to try to find any opportunity. Maybe that will be Jolim getting caught out of position here, playing that Witchslayer. Might actually see... Oh, I assume it's going to be a Jungle Tempest, yeah. Although he does get the... Actually, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they ultimately do this.
Some because of the item build.
Yeah, no, it's definitely... Never mind. Yeah, Torture's building the... I was thinking possibly maybe seeing aggressive trial lane or something like that, but no, it's...
You're always
not
capable
gonna
of
be
maybe
the
seeing
case.
aggressive Tempest. They have a passive jungler. It's pretty difficult, though, especially with the Keeper minions to edge them out. I don't think it's too likely.
Yeah. So I'm not able to find anybody, but they do plenty of warding. You see the Rev wards even being used to block
Right.
several camps.
We'll see what he does, but no, he was pulling the regen. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's definitely gonna go in passive jungle.
So Keeper of the Forest, he's going to have an annoying time here off the bat as far as getting some good farm. Basically, we'll have 2 camps to choose from here when it comes to his jungling presence. Look at this, both Keeper's pulling the Creeper all the way to the well even. But then they also have a Warbeast, remember. So now Warbeast is also going to be able to delay the creep wave here. In fact, he's also going to block a camp with the Hellhounds, actually.
That's got to be
First, or
frustrating.
he's just going to do that instead? Okay, he's not even going to go for the pull as well. He's just going to block instead and use the Keeper as the pull.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the distraction more
Better
so.
to stall
Yeah.
Tempest advance.
Interesting. That'd be annoying. So both junglers not having the friendliest of starts here.
Yeah, well, especially in the case of the Keeper of the Forest here, already left as a passive jungler and then receiving some opposition.
Yeah, it definitely stays around for him with those warded side scores. Yeah. Mr. Ling was having some lag issues the last series too. I had to pause a couple of times, so gonna go ahead and throw out a pause here and delay this one just a little bit further now. Again, as far as what is on the line here,
TM.
It is gold coin prize, but I actually forgot to double check on how much. I want to say it's 10,000 gold coins for first, and I think 7,500 for second place, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, you know, a good amount of gold coins on the line here. On top of both teams already getting the ultimate avatar if they don't have it yet for the Pandasoul.
First place is 5 Pandasouls and 10,000 gold coins.
Okay.
Second place is 5,000 gold coins. So
It's 5,000, huh?
yeah, either way,
Difference.
it's a big difference, but
It is gold coins.
everyone gets the Pandasoul avatar, so
Yep.
that's out of the way.
Got that taken care of.
Pride.
There's always the pride.
Pride means everything.
Too. Of course it does.
Well, sometimes. I think a lot of teams, well, it's more of like when there's a money tournament on the line,
Yeah.
pride all of a sudden means a lot more. When it is something like a gold coin tournament, sometimes people are okay with acting a little bit silly because it's less of the investment, but the pride of winning a tournament where everyone's trying their hardest to win because there's something big on the line is when it becomes more of a factor. So I say people like to,
It's fair.
yeah, want to win just because of pride more than just anything, but the pride is influenced a bit by their having higher stakes in the first place.
Yeah.
Just
I
because.
think it's even just more so the competitive nature, too.
Yeah, exactly.
In the end.
It's-
If you're at this level especially, usually your competitive drive is definitely up there and want to win just for the sake of winning in the end. So.
All right, let's get it on.
Sure, both these teams definitely competing for that reason, if any. But, okay, looks like we are good to go as far as resuming things here. Again, what is game number 1? You see Warby's doing the pull at the top lane. Trying to help himself out a little bit against that short-lived Torturer. Middle lane matchup, Deadwood Engineer versus a Pebbles Aluna here. As usual, expect some possible back-and-forth action in the middle lane, especially, you know, maybe even more so for the Hellborn team because they're the ones with the Tempest. Of course, those Glacial Blasts at least do assists with some stuns, whereas Keeper can't really be as big of an assistant when it comes down to it, so keep an eye out for that. But on top of that, I mean, unfortunately expect this to be a fairly passive game. It should start picking up, though. Getting out of the laning phase here. Once we get to that point. Witchslayer going the power drain. We've been basically seeing that as the build on Witchslayer lately. And speaking of that, I mean, Witchslayer in general, we've also been seeing a lot more, it seems like.
Yeah, he's been a very frequent pick, actually,
Yeah.
since I'd say around
Stepped
mid-DreamHack time.
Yeah.
A little bit before, too. Obviously, we saw State. Oh, well, it was mostly State Green that began to pick him up near the end of Contour. But I'd say more teams started adopting him, more so within the past month and a half.
Yeah. Seen him already several times today, even. Top lane, or middle lane, excuse me. A little bit of back and forth here. Stalagmite's coming out of Deadwood. He's in a little bit of trouble, actually. Can't Sequence actually escape from this. Power throw is up, but not going to be nearly enough for the kill. So Attila will not even attempt. So saving the mana instead. Ends up being just a little bit of back and forth harassment coming out between the two sides right there. Of course, Pebbles, not only is he just a hard hitter with that hatchet, but the log, but once again, keeping in mind the level 2 battle cry already being used here by Mr. Lee constantly. Stalagmites hit both heroes, actually. Engineer might be in some trouble now. Kek's not going to be his. He chucks him to his teammate, though, and if anything, that might set up a kill. No, Luna will. One last kill in favor of the Legion team, and Pebbles is going to have to walk away. Oh, you got to question that big time at book there.
Oh, I know. It
That's
seems like, oh, hey, Luna, why don't you...
Wait a second. This backfired.
No. So, a big throw in the middle lane there. Literally. That's
what Pebbles did.
yeah.
Nothing against the player. That's just simply the
This is that football helmet now. Star quarterback. Quick tossing his teammate Tilla.
Yeah.
So, really not afraid to mess anybody up.
Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate, giving up those kill right there. So, big start here for the Legion side. And as I was mentioning, Deadwood is also hitting very hard on top of the battle cry that he's getting spammed. So, expect to creep farm. Oh, however, with that said, I mean, Pebbles is dominating in the creep farm, even despite what happened right there. 20-6 compared to 9-0 actually. So,
That's against Deadwood, too.
yeah, yeah. Book is doing a great job when it comes to that. For sure.
Kind of made up for the blood loss, actually. It's
Yeah.
still even footing. Both heroes with their bottle. Actually, yeah, Deadwood has the bottle boots. Is there boots for Pebbles too? Yeah, those are his boots. It's a walking courier still.
Oh, jeez. Gotta be a little careful about that.
Mana Drain being used to keep the Lodestone sapped. 1 point's all he needs to sort of stop him from getting any sort of recovery here.
Yeah. He is level 6, but clearly not enough mana himself to do anything, at least just yet. But if you can get a mana drain out of a Warlock or something like that, then could actually get enough for the Silver Bullet, and Lodestone really at 320 life. Got 500 magic damage from that, so you factor the mitigation into close. There you go, actually stun coming out. The auto attacks, oh, he's not going to dive. It would have required at least 2, if not 3 more auto attacks, so choosing to play the very safe route and not risk any turnaround kills there.
I mean, he did have Steam Boots and no boots on Lodestone, but get juked into the tower.
Yeah.
I think he could have done it with Strength Boots, but still. Tilla.
Yep.
Taking out Panty now in response.
Yeah, so getting some revenge there, definitely, and that's going to even further books start here as far as, again, the creep farm that he's had. Now looking at 345 gold per minute, so he's up there with the best, who happens to be Witch Slayer also, as we were just talking about him. And show him up there. Play the Witch Slayer, continuing to use that power drain to sap the mana. And ideally get enough for the Graveyard Silver Bullet combination. Try to pick up some kills. Top rune, both the supports going up here. It's a 6-minute rune. It looks like Engineer's going to box him around. Only is the refreshment rune, though. Invis rune going to be picked up by Lodestone. And guess where he's going? To the middle lane. Deadwood and Engineer are both going to be a little bit of trouble right here. They did not have any vision on that bottom rune, but they know Lodestone's missing, if anything. He might have gotten the rune. And so they're going to play very safe. In fact, he's going to go to the yellow camp right here. Lodestone's going to sit on him. He has a Shatter Storm. He has a Rocket Drill. If he can maybe get a situation where Pebbles can head over with the Luna. But I don't know if that's going to happen in the end. He might be able to pick up a solo kill actually on this Engineer. In fact, she definitely would be able to. It's just a matter of if he can get away or not. I don't think Zane's going to find the opportunity, unfortunately, for him. And he will have to fall back, actually.
Top lane, let's compare his status to the Warbeast there. So 36 and 14. Mr. Ling will pick up experience, but is falling behind pretty deep on farm.
Yeah.
Still, he's doing his job. Gassing that battle cry.
Yeah.
Eventually rotate to the Ancients.
Grab those Ancients and at least kill the side ones. Not all of them. Doesn't have the proper rage just yet. She's going to go to level 2 in the Hounds. Figuring he's not going to really be able to compete against that Torturer in the first place, so he's investing. In the meantime, that Warbeast is in some trouble. He does have Metamorphosis, so even if they did collapse on him, he probably would be able to get away. Unless they get an Elemental Void, perhaps.
Yeah, that would do it. So they're going to get the tower push either way.
Yeah.
He'd be a fool to get caught, and he knows exactly what's happening, so rotate the Ancients. The problem with the Ancients is that they're stacked right now. Warbeast can't do them alone, so if they're going to do this, they might have to potentially pose some resistance. Deadwood is up there. What will he do? He's getting surrounded right now by the Lodestone and the Aluna.
Oh, Lodestone, the Shatter Storm is activated. Rotten Grass does it. The Falcon Punch. Oh, the Rocket Drill stun, though. It's going to stun him for the Falcon Punch. He will get it off. But now Deadwood is in trouble. Stalagmite's coming over from Book, and it ends up being a 1-for-1. Not the exchange you're looking for if you're sequenced right there in the end. So both teams going to now tower push in the meantime, but definitely a 1-for-1 exchange right there in favor of the Helpmore team, and it actually might get a little bit better. There's the Tempest ultimate, gonna lock down Warbeast. Just enough mana to do so by Tempest, and it does get the kill on top of what's most likely going to be a top tower kill. Now the bottom secondary is also being pressured, however, by Locomotives here, so they are trying to respond somewhat.
Keeper of the Forest, it's Skyrocket is actually some impressive farm there. Has the Ring Sorcerer and Boots in spite of the initial resistance in the jungle on top of the Vestments. So it's all 342 gold per minute there. Top tower, not killed, but low enough to the point where they can do a quick push.
Wait, I'm confused right now.
What's wrong?
Oh my god. Book actually is going to get away. That is ridiculous. The lock throw. Can he actually escape right here? Holy crap. Okay, so
he's getting out.
He's actually going to escape. That was the funniest thing. Yeah, I was going to say. He thought he was the illusion the whole time, and himself, he was actually at the tower just putting auto attacks into Deadwood. But he too, that's why I was confused. I was like, that's not the illusion, is it? And then at the last second, he realized. He threw out a stun, and then he barely escaped. Wow. That was hilarious.
That was a little bit silly. That was even like, what?
Deadwood's like, he's like hitting him, and he's like, wait, is this the real thing? You aren't taking that much damage. Yeah, let's, well, hold on for that for a second, but, Deadwood is actually right
Deadwood
here
might try to, yeah, actually, Deadwood might try
continue to farm against this Pebbles and a Luna. I mean, he might not go for Pebbles, but if he catches a Luna out of position.
They don't have, no, Pebbles is in range. They can't right now.
Yeah.
So
Instead, he's just going to have to wait it out a little bit right here. And try not to get, oh, the Rotten Grasp it. Nope,
well, bottom lane, meanwhile, Breaky, I wanted to say, though, they took out the tower, and on top of
Yes.
that,
Oh,
Lodestone
yeah.
ported in instantly into the Witch Slayer. The Witch Slayer just morphed him, stunned him, put a silver bullet in him, and they took the tower and got the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane,
yeah, middle lane, Witch Slayer, Greg Grievous, and on top of the Rotten Grasp, there's a fucking punch, down goes Pebbles, down goes Torture. We do see Loco jumping in, speaking of it, the Shadow Storm, the head smash to finish off Deadwood. So at least they get a counter kill right there, but it ends up being a 2-for-1 exchange.
2-for-1
in
special.
favor of Locomotives. Yeah, 2-for-1 special indeed in the middle lane. Big plays there, and actually they are going to be able to get that tower on top of that. So well played. But yeah, you're right. I mean, got so caught up with that hilarity in the middle lane that Zane did fall at the bottom.
Yeah, they got the bottom tower. It was weird. He just ported right into a Witch Slayer. It literally just morph, stun, silver bullet, dead, killed the tower, walked away, almost killed the other guy too.
Yeah.
It's like, what were you even doing? You didn't have near the proper amount of teamwork to actually try to defend that tower. Just don't even be there.
You see there's already a portal key now on Jolin playing that Witch Slayer. Still level 9, but still, the fact that he has a portal key this early on, very good news for Locomotives. Gonna start having to be more and more active. He's already 1-0-2 even. 418 gold per minute at the top of the game. Torturer is up there as well himself. 275 has a top of the command. Back to the middle lane there. We're trying to catch Witch Slayer right there. And actually Stalagmite's also coming out, but Engineer puts the energy field up in case they wanted to pursue any further, but they did not. And instead they will have to fall back in the end. So Witch Slayer nearly getting caught out, but he does survive in the end. Okay, looks like we do have a little bit of a window here. I really want to go back to that real quickly, that the Pebbles moment here. If we get the chance. Okay, so here we go. So this is it. So Pebbles is like, I'm sitting there, I'm sure Dead was the same way, like, wait, you're not taking a lot of damage. Are you the real thing? And then just before he about kills him, he actually, for some reason, Deadwood turns around. I'm not even sure why. Actually, rewind that for a second if you don't mind. Because he almost has the kill, and then he actually runs away initially. As he picks up a log. If he actually stood his ground, he probably would have killed him.
Did he throw the
tree? No, and then he tries to throw it here, but he throws it at the tree to maybe clear a path. But and then Book is
so he
like,
could have thrown the tree. He just thrown the tree right away though. Before
well, he didn't
stunned.
have a tree on him.
Well, he went to go pick one up though.
He went to pick one up, and yes, he could have thrown it right as he got it. Yes, I believe so. But again, something tells me he thought that it was an illusion too, despite the damage that was being taken. It just didn't register, which is understandable.
And that was all because Book was controlling the wrong unit?
Exactly. He was controlling the illusion the whole time, thinking that that was actually him. So it ended up working. I mean, I guess in the sense of staying alive, but not much else. That was fun. Anyways, top tower goes down by Locomotive, so the pressure continues here. The bottom tower, at least. DCX doing what they can to kind of slow things down a little bit. Portakion Pebbles can definitely help with that. See if you can maybe make use of it here. As they are outnumbered, Tempest running in. Is going to Elemental Void. There's a Stalagmite trying to keep it the force. Willie Void, he's trying to get the range. No, the miniaturization comes out though. And he is going to start falling back. Chain reactions come out. Nature's Bell on to keep it the forest. Going to be fine. There is support coming in. Deadwood's coming out from the side. He's coming in with the flank. He has a Falcon Punch ready. Willie is right here. Round across the catch. Step is actually. There's a Falcon Punch in the background, and here we go. Several bullets to finish him off. There's the root on top of that, and so far Locomotive is looking pretty good. The life slice down from Witch there. The perfect energy field, locking out Torture. He will fall as well. Aluna can barely get away. Nice Stalagmite hitting 3 heals, but Loso and Pebbles on the run. Pebbles portal key just before. Loso with that rocket show alive for now, but he got miniaturized as he was in mid-animation. And he will fall as well. Aluna's just sitting up here, doesn't have the homecoming stone. And a quad kill for Jolin playing the Witch Slayer. Wow, that worked out beautifully for Locomotives.
Yeah, huge plays. If momentum wasn't already set in their favor already, now you can just take a look at this game. 460 gold per minute on Witch Slayer. Probably going to be seeing a Shrunken Head come out before too long right there.
Yeah.
War Beast in full flight. Complete game-deciding victory right there in that top lane. Of course, they still have a Tempest on the other side, but you have to look. They're all about that Wombo combo. Can they pull it off now that the Legion team is looking so hot?
I don't know. I don't know if they can. I mean, it's they definitely have comeback potential, but once again, already a big lead here for Locomotives. And on top of it all, Warbeast at 320 gold per minute is obviously just getting bigger and better, as you're referring to. Keeper of the Forest, 2,400 gold, so these are adding up very nicely here for our Legion team in this case. For now, though, Torture is going to continue pushing out this middle lane. Does have that tablet, just got delivered a Talisman of the Exile, actually, so we'll see what that turns into. If I would think, eventually even a Sacrificial Stone could be possible here for him. Always good against especially a hero like Deadwood, and hella Warbeast on top of that. Having some armor, never a bad option when it comes down to it, but Pebbles in the meantime will just continue to clean up the bottom lane, and Torturer going to do the same thing at the top side. So you see Warbeast now 2,200 gold saved up, actually still sitting on the red booties, so not even going to Steam Boost just yet. Just, save those for now. Okay. I also do wonder if Keep of the Forces actually might even be... Okay, he's going to the side shop right here, probably the portal key. Nope, Steam Boost actually finished. Still might be a portal key next, actually, but never mind. Shaman's Headdress. So he's going straight into the barrier idol here. Is Keeper of the Forest not too concerned about needing that root positioning against a Tempest. Okay. That was interesting. Big plays right there. Near... canceling his homecoming stone immediately. I assume that was a mistake and not an intended juke by any means. So, gonna fall back. And instead, continue to farm elsewhere. Actually gonna group up with Witchslayer here. We'll see if maybe they're gonna jump. There's a Graveyard Set. It does his Torturer. Tempest is nearby. He has an Elemental Void. Talbot on Witchslayer right there, actually. Was that Keepers? Who the hell Talbot? Oh, that was himself. Well, definitely wasn't Torturer. But he wanted to get himself out of danger here, so he is going to be fine for now. Nature's Belching reactions. The portal key just before he saw the animation. Good reaction from Jolem there. The Graveyard Set to turn around, and he's going to run into a nice little haste rune there. So he will make the escape. And in the meantime, at the bottom lane, Deadwood finishing off. Takes him out, and well, he's going to continue pushing the bottom lane now, so good pick off there for Sequence. It was now 5-2-2 actually. As we're looking at about the 10,000 golden experience lead now, continuing to grow. Definitely.
They just have so much front load in the start of these fights. Between the Deadwood, between the Witchslayer.
Yeah.
And then they have like the same damage coming out from the Warbeast on top of it. It's hard for them to make any sort of recovery. Lodestone gonna spot them doing the Ancients. Warbeast brought down to half health, activating his ultimate here. This could be it!
Warbeast is in trouble. The head smash it will finish him off. Deadwood says, I am out of here. Not going to hang around. Energy Fuel going to be placed down. Pebbles with the combo on the background of the Witchslayer. Trying to finish him off in the meantime. Not going to be nearly enough. And Witchslayer, you need to worry about running, buddy. You are not getting any kills. Jolem will portal key away. And he is going to go for the homecoming stone to be fine.
Doing? He's sitting there with no mana at the base.
Who's that?
Tilla.
Tilla.
The Aluna.
Oh.
He was watching it for a bit. But unfortunately, they used that red power thrower to try to make sure they get the Warbeast kill.
Yeah.
Afterwards, they could have got the Witchslayer as well, but yeah, the initial target and the power thrower, they just wanted to make sure Warbeast died. In the end, it missed, didn't hit anything because Lodestone did too much damage. Yulm, in the end, survived with a couple hundred health. Definitely need to get a little bit more than that. Still, not bad. They got Warbeast down, but in the end, it's just a little bit of a delaying of what seems to be the inevitable right now.
Yeah. I see Mr. Lay getting a little too aggressive there. Maybe fine being able to steer the Ancients, and he was not. Deadwood now trying to look for a return kill. He has 1 second on that portal key. He's going to find an opportunity. Yes, he has the Falcon Punch on a Tempest right there. Head smash coming out, but he doesn't really care about that. Tempest does have an Elemental Void, but he's going to get it. What the f just happened? I don't even know right there. And in the meantime, he does fall. Anyway, Deadwood being tapped around. Everyone's being pushed
He's
around
alive.
left and right. Lowe's still trying to chase him down. Not going to be enough, though. He portal keys away, and down goes Lowstone. There's the Metamorphosis, and now Pebbles, so on. He's going to have to be on the run. He tries to portal key, the chuck on a Witchslayer right there, and boom, will fall on top of that. A double tap for Jolem. Wow. Okay, so that seemed like it was a chuck from Pebbles on a Tempest. that launched him as he was getting jumped on. That was just weird. Anyways, Locomotives. Another big fight for them right there.
As long as they show up at this point.
He's going back to the Ancients here. And you know
Pair
what
of
killed me last time? I don't really care.
Pair of the supports, look at Engineers. Got his steam boots up, compare only the little red booties there for Panny, or Attila.
Yeah. Danny's uniform quite a bit. Decent. Hell, look at Witch there too again.
They go for the tablet instead of rushing a trunk in this game. It's fine. Gives a little bit of extra monopole to work with, but
And the Portal Key tablet already, we just hit 20-minute mark. Oh, missing a fight here in the meantime. There was already initial kill onto Tempest. It looks like he fought back though immediately. And they're going to try to make a turning chance. Shadow Storm going after their Warby's chasing in the background. On a Pebbles actually locking it on. There is the energy field. He gets chucked back, but down goes Lowstone. Tempest does pour it in. Metamorphosis Warby's though is still chasing one more auto attack. It is going to be enough. Chain reactions hit, but just not in time. Tempest still here. Has an element to void. Can he get that positioning? No, they're spreading out too well.
Excellent split.
He could not find the position. Look at Tilla's like, I got this, guys. I'm going man mode. Nope, not going to happen.
The juice is loose, and it's not over yet. Torture call completely out of position. He's going to fall. The GGs are called.
There you go.
Going on to game 2.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering there. I mean, it is going to do a point of, okay, it's just kind of rinse and repeat now for our Legion team in this case, for Locomotive. So they do take the first game here in the finals of the Pandasoul tournament. And we're going to be moving on, taking a short break here in the very near future, and of course moving on to the second game. But yeah, again, game number 1 there, looking very good for our Legion team and the Locomotives. Jolan finishing 7-0-4 when it came down to it, 450 goal per minute. He had a fantastic game there at the bottom lane pretty much the whole time. So you see DCX and on their side of the board, it just didn't come together, unfortunately for them. And other than the middle lane, I mean, Book was having a great job in that middle lane as far as his farm was concerned, but wasn't able to get enough in the end, so, or do the work. So in the end, again, 1-0 lead for Locomotives. And this is not working.
It's not working.
This is not working at all.
It always works.
People have no clue what's going on right now. Are we good now?
Yeah, we're fine.
I don't even know, man. I mean, do you have anything else to say? I mean,
that pretty much covers it. Just looking for game 2. I thought they put up a pretty good fight. From here on out, what are they going to say in response? It didn't look like this league. They had a draft that was really all in. If they didn't win the early to mid game there, they weren't coming back. I mean, they could not stand against the late game presence of Warbeast.
Yeah. Yeah, it just wasn't going to happen. So, we'll see what will be happening in game number 2. Again, maybe some fun picks or not. Who knows? It's up to the teams in the end, so we'll see.
Both teams are known to be a bit dicey at times.
They are. So, Locomotives, again, up 1-0 here in the Ultimate Series Pandasoul Tournament. Here in the finals, best out of 3. Game number 2 is just around the corner, guys. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.